Okay, welcome in everyone. We have Liry versus Mr. Yo, quarterfinal action on Masters of HyperRandom 3. And we have ourselves a nice little land map here with a siege tower start. Now, a lot of people go for infantry early if they get a siege tower or a ramp, so we'll see what these players decide to do. We also have a Hall of Heroes, which drops dope beats, and I will try not to click that a million bazillion times. 550 food on this board. Didn't look like there was that much on this one. Liry's playing Britons. Yo is playing Franks. Classic matchup between these two. I am noticing a problem, though, with Yo's base, is that the golds and stones are all forward or far away, which might be a problem against Liry playing as the Britons. Looks like they also start with a mule cart here, so Yo's going to come out and take these hares. Lot of food on these hares, and a lot of food from the boars as well, as Yo is pushing in a deer with the siege tower too. Liry plus archers plus siege tower could be annoying. Yes, it could be. We'll see if he wants to go for an archer range. He's already getting loom. He's already getting loom. Why is he? Oh, he's housed. He's badly housed. Oh, God. Okay. Well, not the biggest deal in the world. 3 seconds of idle TC, but definitely don't want to get housed here. Definitely something that is not optimal, and we don't see from Liry all that often.
This tourney has been a blast so far. Remember to show up Sunday for the final chat, or you're banned, allegedly.
Exactly. Thank you, Shuchastix. Wow, there's a lot of food on these monkeys. Holy cow. These monkeys, tree's not wrong. They be thick. Oh my goodness. Loom coming in for Mr. Yo. He just lost quite a bit of HP against that bear, but the villager's still alive. There's also another boar over here. Looking at relics on this map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With 3 of them being down here and 2 of them being up here. Other than that, basically standard. There's going to be full land action. And Yo is even trying to push in more deer. He's not satisfied with the amount of food he has. He has a ton of food right now. Like, he's already on the way to feudal age. He's got almost 300 food in the bank. Like, he should be in a really good position here when he gets to feudal. Liry, similar resources collected, already going for the barracks and using his mule cart to collect gold. So Liry is going to go archers. Watch some of your vids at 1.5x speed. Yeah, I become Ben Shapiro when I'm 1.5x. So we're pushing in the siege tower. And Liry is saying, what the fuck, you can do that? I don't think he realized that you could push in deer with the siege tower. Little effort, says Yo. Liry didn't know? What's Yo's scouting like? Not very good. Liry's scouting, better. Doesn't really help him out that much, though, because there's nothing in the corners. There's nothing to really find in this area. Yo is going for the stable, and Liry is bringing his infantry forward, and he does have the siege tower. So he's going men-at-arms into an archer follow-up, most likely. Now, men-at-arms can be dangerous, but if your TC is so close to the wood line and you don't really have any walls, there might not be areas for Liry to hit. Now, there is this area right here, and Mr. Yo has a weak villager. So Liry should definitely kill this. He's waiting till men-at-arms comes in. It will be slightly faster, and he can catch up with this vill. Yo still hasn't pulled this stuff back. Like, yo, we gotta deal with this stuff. And Liry's gonna lose both of these, or Yo's gonna lose both of these villagers. Liry can block with this siege tower. The mule cart is blocking the men-at-arms. The siege tower is coming in for her. He's not going to lose her. He's gonna keep her safe. It's a hunt. Liry's chasing. And he's unable to get the weak villager. He went after the full HP villager first. Scouts being made for Mr. Yo. He's going for walls. But remember, the siege tower can hop the units over the wall. And Yo will go for the double layer behind that. Siege tower is still hunting. Still looking. 1 villager down from Yo already. But he's got 2 more scouts in the queue. And there's not much else that the siege tower can hit without archer support. So he's going to have to wait for those archers to get there. And the archers, they're being massed up behind. Can you use repair function to repair a not finished building? I don't know. Oh, Yo traps in the siege tower. This could be really good for Mr. Yo if he can clear this up before the archers arrive. Because they're on their way. They're running into Tiger. There's also a bear there that might get distracted by them. And Liry just stops moving the siege tower. And he fights with the men-at-arms. Very, very nice here from Liry. He's going to get some good value out of those. And the archers are coming into the berries. The archers are already here. Yo pulls the villagers away. Like I said before, this map's a little unfortunate for Yo because the golds are on the front side. Golds and stones are far away from his starting base. He can move around with the mule cart and take some other ones, but still, you don't really want to go out there. You don't really want to come out here. You really don't want to go over there either. He's just going to have to play skirm and scout until he clears up this pressure from Liry. And it also kind of sucks for him that there's almost 1,000 food and berries left over with the Franks. And that's Liry just controlling that area. Unfletched archers. Yes, they are unfletched. Skirmishers coming out from Yo. Scouts coming forward. He's exploring with this guy. Love that. Absolutely love that. And he's going to discover this little tile of gold over here. He could roll all the way over there. I don't think Liry's going to go over there with the archers. Is it worth it, though? It's only 300? I don't know. Still doesn't need gold at the moment, unless he wants to go for bloodlines. Well, oh, he's Franks. He doesn't even need it. No, he doesn't need it at all. It's freaking Franks, dude. Doesn't have bloodlines. He has enough gold for fletching. Until he wants to click up to Castle Age, he doesn't need gold income at all. And he's kind of walling this area, so he might wall off here and go for that gold on the other side. All right, archers coming around this way. If Yo keeps walling here, he should be able to block this off. The blacksmith's going up. That could be denied. Don't think Liry's going to get there in time. And Liry also might be distracted by these skirmishers who are going to run into the bear. Unfortunate for Yo. Finding that bear so early. Fletching now coming in for Liry. No armor for Yo. And this is a really bad fight for him considering there is no armor. He's trying to take out the archers and the spearmen, but that was one of the worst engagements I've seen with skirmishers for a very long time. That was not good at all from Yo. That was so bad. What on earth was that? I know you don't have armor or fletching, but dude, what on earth was that? So bad. He's still trying to take the berries here. Yo's got a really good farming eco set up, but Liry, of course, almost able to click up to Castle Age already because it's Liry, right? And it happens every single time like that. Siege tower has also been walled in back here. Great start from Liry. Second villager goes down. Mr. Yo comes out this way for the gold. God, if he just hadn't lost those skirmishers. He lost 5 skirms for free, essentially. Now Castle Age is on the way for Liry. Liry with Castle Age on a land map with Britons? Oh, boy. Okay, the armor's in now for this skirm, so Yo should be able to get some really good damage against this army. And the spearman has been cleared up. So with the skirms and the scouts, Yo will clear this, and then Yo can make his way to Castle Age. But he's going to be a minute and a half behind. 2 minutes behind. Finally. Jeez. Villagers can get back on the berries again. Yo's resources looking okay. Liry is going for a stable now. Still dealing with the siege workshop, finally. Yo's weak scout, still getting great scouting information. How come you never get back on my berries? That's rude. And vulgar. Disgusting. And there's the stable that Yo can see. Is that when was that meme made? Disgusting. Scottish meme, yeah. Minute and 20 seconds away from Castle Age. Liry has 8 archers. He can upgrade to crossbows, get Pod Canero as well, and with Britain as well, they're gonna have the extended range. Excuse me if I misspeak. I just woke up 30 minutes ago. Yo was going to have a decent amount of skirmishers, but with the knights coming out, I don't know how long these are going to survive. I don't know how long this mass of skirmishers is going to be on the field. The knights clearing up some of those, and now the crossbows sitting right here, denying farms. Already killed a villager. Liry will take value where he can get it. So he will sit here all day because he knows it's stalling out the farms for Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo gets the Castle Age, though, and he could almost click up to Imp. Like, holy cow. Where did he get that res from? Oh, my goodness. He's going Bod Canero, Elite Skirm, second town center. Second one has already been added here from Liry. And armor is now coming in for Yo as he goes for some knights as well. Bod Canero is in. You kind of want to wait till you have Elite Skirm before you fight that, though. You could go for the second armor upgrade for the Skirms as well. Doesn't have that in the queue. And he has to worry about knights as well. Like, Yo is just hanging on. This is what he does. He just hangs on, right? He's also getting great scouting. This guy's still going crazy. And, of course, as soon as I look at him, he dies. But yeah, he just hangs on until he can get like a siege push going somewhere. And then he'll hit you. And he'll hurt you. Liry, taking these hairs from a long way away as he does. There's a lot of value here though, so I'd like to see him actually place a mill. A lot of the time he's just taking them from long distance. He's going to go for a TC here. Rare early third TC for Liry. Yo getting some counter damage now. This is nice. Liry just now noticing that. So that's a villager kill for Yo. Unfortunately, he does lose his knight, but he does kill a couple crossbows in the process. Liry should start collecting relics. He should, yeah. But that's how you know you're watching peak Liry versus like off-peak Liry is his relic collection timing. So if he adds a monastery real soon, then we'll know. He's probably been practicing for the LY Cup as well. So Liry's probably feeling decent about his game at the moment. 54 bills for him, 49 bills for Yo. Getting wheelbarrow. Res collected is actually close. And Yo has to be careful. I hope he's not busy with anything else when this Mangonel comes forward, because Liry's going to cook him. Yo just goes right under the Mangonel. He didn't even notice. Split. Nope. He just pulls it away. He didn't even notice, guys. And he snipes the knight. Saw the weak knight. Does have ballistics on the skirms now. Goes for a siege workshop here. Nice attack ground. That was a beautiful attack ground from Liry there. He knew Yo was paying attention now. And he attack grounded where Yo would split into. Siege workshop from Yo needs to go up. It's not going to. Liry's going to deny that. That's what you get when you go for a safe siege workshop, Yo. It gets denied. Liry with Britons is a very dangerous beast. And he's just going to post up at the front of Yo's base here. Lots of wood for Mr. Yo, but really nothing to spend it on unless he wants to start farming back here. Well, that's what he's doing. We've got some knights behind from Liry, or from Yo. We've got 2 mangonels forward here for Liry. His attack rounds have been excellent this tournament. And the knights come out and they're going to try and go after the mangonels. Like I said, his attack rounds have been excellent this tournament. Getting some real good value from that. Can the mangonels go down before they get another shot against the skirms? Yes! The knight gets converted, and the skirmishers are going to push back the crossbows. But Liry will have another mangonel in defense. He has 74 villagers against 59. He's going to have to worry about this pressure coming from Yo, but he did manage to save some of his crossbows, and Yo will go for a TC in that center area. So he's pretty confident that he can hold the line here against Liry. Get this town center up. Monks also coming forward. There's no monks still from Liry, so he hasn't started collecting the relic. He got Burtons. Yes, he did get Burtons. All right, so typical Liry, he should be going up soon. I love the fact that he's going to stone now. Might even be a little bit too late. Hopefully he'll have enough stone for when he hits Imp. And he can go for the castle. The only downside to Liry playing Britons is they don't get Bombard Cannon. And he loves Bombard Cannon. $66 Vils from Yo. 20 Vils behind. Can Liry hold the line is the question. Yo comes in. Great attack ground there from Mr. Yo. In between those 2 mangonels. Liry hits him with a good one, though. And he kills that. The skirmishers will clear up the mangonel, and these skirms are coming forward for the crossbows as well. And it's no longer about delaying for Mr. Yo. It's about doing some damage while you have the opportunity. Because you have to suspect that Liry's already up to him. Liry's always up to Imp. Even in Dark Age, he's up to Imp. You just have to know. Good attack rounds there from Liry. Yo got a little bit lost in the sauce, and Liry saves the mangonel. Another stable goes up from Yo. He's taken control of this forward area where his stone and his gold is. Liry's got 13 on stone. He should have that castle up before he hits Imp. And then he can go into Trebs. He can get Arbalest, go for Bracer. He's not really the longbow type player. He'd rather probably play into Arbalest. Yo has collected 1 relic thus far. 2 relics. And it looks like there's 2 remaining on the map. 3 remaining. One of them in front of Liry's base. There's the castle. Great attack rounds from Liry. Holy cow, he's been absolutely cooking, Yo. And Liry couldn't quite get that final mangonel. His mangonels go down, but the castle's still going to go up here. Liry will have plenty of food when he reaches Imperial Age to get all the upgrades he needs. Mr. Yo, 31 on food right now. He hasn't clicked yet. Kind of needs to hold this TC so he can keep access to this gold and this stone. But it's going to be incredibly difficult. He's got 1,200 wood in the bank. This could be a good raid over here on this town center. Could be. Mr. Yo going for that final relic. He's got 3 relics already. So that will help a little bit, but he needs to get up to Imp somehow. The Knights coming in here is really good for Yo if he can get them into the woodline or something, or maybe he could deny this TC, but Liry's seen it. So Liry should be able to prevent that, and some quick gates prevents the Knights from coming back in. He hits another shot with his Mangonel. And he's just severely outranging this TC at the moment. And GG called from Yo. It's not often you see Yo call it GG this stage of the game with 100 pop, but Liry with Britons is a different beast. And some really good shots with the Mangonels basically resulted in that. Also some questionable fights there from Mr. Yo. Like that one with the skirms that he took early. He got completely killed by archers. That one was really weird. Either way, Liry goes through. You can see it in the eco here. Just a little bit more efficient than Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo actually collected more wood and food. But Liry was using all the res that he had. Putting it into army. And Liry goes up 1-0. It is a best of 5. Yeah, I don't think there's many players that practice daily other than Hera. Unless there's like a tournament right in front of them, right? Like Liry's probably played practice rounds for LY. He plays a lot of things offline. Playing rank does not count as practicing. Rank, I think sometimes rank can be less beneficial for you than doing nothing. ACCM does? ACCM might. Who won between Sorokuma and Sato? We don't know yet. This is happening before we know our final quarterfinalists. They play tomorrow. So we have 2 quarterfinal matchups before we know the final person in the quarterfinals. Is Lewis still in? Well, you can look. All right, so that's exactly the type of map that Liry wants to see. And the Civ matchup he wants to see as well. That's exactly the type of situation Liry wants for the rest of these games. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Did this set start late, or what's the story? I guess it started 30 minutes late, but when I went to sleep last night, they had not scheduled. So this one was done recently. There is one set after this one today. Viper versus Vinchester will be Rex after this one. Okay. Here we are. Master of HyperRandom. We had a very similar map yesterday, actually. Between Tato and Vinchester. We've got the dock coming up from Liry on this forward area. We've got two little ring ponds here, and they start with a Genitor. So Yo's going to have to be careful. Liry with a starting range unit is a dangerous thing. Liry playing as the Khmer, Yo playing as the Italians. Normally, Italians would have the advantage on a water map. And we'll just have to see how much damage each of them can do with this Genitor. Liry is coming forward with that. Yo is also coming forward with that. Yo was thinking about going out for these boars, and then he pulled his villager away. So he's just going to take the herdables for now. He's going to stay as far away from that Genitor as he possibly can. He's actually laming the Gazelle from Liry. I don't think he's going to hate this matchup because there's water involved. He's already gotten loom. They start with 0 wood. No, they went for the docks first before the lumber camps because they saw how much wood is on these trees. Both of them did, actually. That's really, really nice. And now Yo is luring this in with the Genitor. There has been problems with people luring these. There was in the patch notes yesterday on the hotfix or whatever that boars would de-aggro after a time, and they said they fixed it, and it looks like this is doing much better than before. Yo's going to try and lure this in again. Look at this! They're both passing each other by. Liry's trying to take this boar. It's got 207 food on it. Yo's like, okay, I'll take some HP off of your Genitor in exchange. And now this guy gets de-aggroed, and Liry's boar is going back as well. That was Liry's big boy. That was the 466 food boar. So it would have been much worse for Liry to have lost that. And now Liry has lost a lot of HP from this. He's still trying to lame this boar, and he's running away with the Genitor. And this is a relief for Mr. Yo. This is a big relief for him. Not just because he gets the boar back, but also he has a significant HP advantage over Liry's Genitor, which is great. One fishing ship only for both, and now they both have to go for a lumber camp. So they started on the trees, but you can't stay on the trees forever. Yo's going to push in the Gazelle. He's also going to pull in the other boar, and he should have more than enough food to keep himself going. His fishing ships are slightly cheaper with Italians, but it's actually Liry who gets the second one out first. But Liry's fish is no bueno. Yo has this one fish here. He's got one of the bigger ones. I think Liry had like an 81 food deep fish nearby. And Yo had the big chonker. So Yo's going to continue collecting from that. Liry will just be going after shorefish, essentially. And seeing that, Liry might actually, like, he might actually just open land here. Yo also lamed the gazelles earlier. So Liry will have to make his way into farms and onto the berries faster than Mr. Yo will. And his fish is not as good. So Yo should have the food advantage. Theoretically should have an advantage in clicking up to feudal age, being Italians as well. And I think Yo will have the timing to win the water. Yeah, feudal age is already on the way. How much is on the berries? 36? It's a debate. It's all a debate. Meanwhile, Liry just kind of hanging out over here. There's a lot of foxes on this. Oh my goodness. But it's only 160. There's 9 gold on every fox. It's not even worth it, dude. Speaking about a debate. Oh my god. More foxes on this side. More gold, more stone on this side. Looks like the gold value is really high on this one patch here. for both players. And also on this patch. So they should have more than enough long-term on this map. 51k gold, almost 18k stone. There it comes back this way with his Genitor. Mr. Yo is scouting over here. You can see that Liry is on shorefish. And he's looking for the second dock foundation from Liry. Now Liry is being annoying on this side. Yo needs to send his Genitor back. He only saw one dock, though. He only saw one dock. He's going to open with the fires. Still doesn't have a second one. He's going for the second one over here. Interesting. Okay. And the fish are no bueno. It's 81 food only. I think he'll probably open with a fire there. But we'll see. This Genitor is very, very annoying. Liry's just going to scout this area. Yo's going to attempt to wall. And we'll see what he can do. Liry can hide in the houses with Khmer against the Genitor. He's also going for a stable. If Yo could spot that, that could be very, very valuable for him. I think he's going to expect that Liry will go for land pressure. Like, he won't see any fires or anything like this over here. Just going to see the one dock. He did open with fish over on the other side. And he has managed to wall out the Genitor from Liry. I think it's walled out. Unless this is like... Is that not... Yo, are we just... Are we... Okay, it is. There's a bush. I was like, that's so uncharacteristic. Yo wouldn't make that mistake. What are we doing? What are we doing? And there is a bush. Also, there's a giant gaping hole next to his town center. So please don't leave that open, Mr. Yo. You don't want to get Liry inside of your base with the Genitor and a scout. The Genitor can deal with the spearmen. And then the scouts will clear up everything else. Fishing ships have gone down for Liry. Yo can continue fishing over here. He can continue fishing over here, but there's not a lot of value on that side as he tries to go for the blacksmith now. Liry goes for the forward range. He knows where the TC is. Still hasn't seen this dock over here. And the villagers are trying to make their way back from that dock. And if he's paying attention, he'll notice that... they were fishermen and fisherwomen. So he actually might be able to guess that there's a dock over on this side. Fisher persons. Okay. No! There's no value left on this. Okay, Yo leaves the berries up. Holy cow. Liry with some good pressure, though. And his resources are looking really solid with Khmer to click up to Castle Age. Mr. Yo, it's cheaper for him to click up, so he will click up first. But even with the land pressure, the lack of fish, the forward range, Liry is going to be on really equal footing in terms of Castle Age timing with Mr. Yo. Man, I would have loved to see Yo sneak one of those villagers around here and get a redock somewhere. The fish is nice, but it's not as good as Khmer Farms, that's for sure. And now the archers are here. So what does Yo do to stop this? Does he go for a tower? He goes for another stable. First stable, sorry. And now he's forced into a tower. Yeah, I don't think you can hold this for another minute and 20 seconds until you get up to Castle Age. Plus the extra minute you need to build a building and produce whatever you need. Take the berries? Liry should take the berries, shouldn't he? Not anymore, because there's a tower here, but that would have been funny. You could take the berries and then chop the tree to deposit the food into the ether. And then take the remaining 10 food. It is only a palisade wall over on this side. As Yo stretches further afield for some food from his fishing ships. It's taken from a long way away. These docks are not very efficient at all. And Liry has started pressuring on this side. Yo is in Castle Age, though. What's it going to be? It's going to be a siege workshop here. Does he expect the timing from Liry? It's very, very quick. Liry will now see the monastery, the siege workshop from Yo. Yo brings back his janitor. He's got a knight here. I think with the janitor and the knight, Liry can't really deny these buildings. He's just going to have to get himself in a good position here. So he doesn't lose all his army against these two units. And now crossbows in, so Yo needs to back away. Nice job from Liry. Really nice timings from him. Villagers still stretching forward here for Mr. Yo. That could be for a dock over on this side to get some more efficient fish, but look at this. Forward siege workshop now from Liry. We'll see if he can save these crossbows. Yo's trying to get at them with the fire, but he can't quite reach. Now he can. Scorpion's still there. Crossbows going down to the knights. And I don't think even Liry can micro out of that one. So 4 crossbows only for him. Yo has the fish, and this villager is going to be forward, and this villager is going to go for a dock in a much better spot over here. Still has control of the pawns. Has the knights near the siege workshop, and now looking for the crossbows. Let's see if Liry can get this guy inside of a house in time. That's really annoying, losing the forward villager. Can't repair his siege anymore, and the crossbows are going to go down. Bloodline's on the way for Mr. Yo. Second wood upgrade on the way as well. Liry now sending more scouts forward. Might be able to snipe this villager, but he does not find this one. And what is the plan for him? It's just going to be light cav and then continue making crossbows, I suppose. Out of this. And that's a typical Liry GG. He's lost all of his momentum. He lost his forward army, and he's like, whatever, we'll go next. Okay. I guess. Yo never GG's in this position if he's Liry. You haven't even hit his base yet. And Liry will not feel bad about that at all. He's already forgotten about this game. That's just the way he is. 14-2 KD for Yo. It's a quick 1-1. It's a quick 1-1. He also kind of knew that Yo had fish on both of these. Couldn't fight this army, and it would just be so much effort for him to win that game. He's like, it's easier to just go back and win the next one. Two quick ones. Didn't we see this generation yesterday? Not that exact generation, no. There was 2 ring pawns, though. They didn't start with the genitor. The resource layout wasn't the same. There was less fish on this one than there was on the one previously. So they look somewhat similar, but they were not. I don't think Liry knew the extent of the fish and the lack of fish on the pawns. If he did, I think he would have played on a little bit more, but also just kind of lost all of his crossbows and his archer range was forward, right? Oh my god. They have full randomed. This is why we play full random into a mirror matchup. This is a second mirror matchup we've seen. It's going to be Mayans for both of them, and it's going to be a Nomad start with Mayans. So let's see if Liry can find himself a good TC spot. He might use his re here. He's looking. He's looking. He's not finding a wood line. He could have TC'd up here, but he's hard committed to going into the corner. We'll see what he says. Liry is still wandering around. Yo is already 40% done his TC. You use a re here. Yeah, you just have to, dude. I don't know what you were looking for. My man was hunting for the optimal TC spot. And after 1 minute, he still hadn't started building his TC. So, okay. He uses his re. That's a good re to use. Doesn't hurt to wait until 3:59 to call re. No, it doesn't. When you have a start like that, just call it right away. You could potentially wait another minute, but if Yo hasn't called it at that point, then he's probably never going to call it. Liry resigned? Jesus? No, it was a re, dude. It wasn't a resign, brother. It was a re. It's still 1-1. Okay. Here we go. Gajaras against Armenians, and we have a wonderful Faitoria start with a bunch of tents griefing the eco. We're going to have lots of pigs to start out with Gajaras, although the value on them isn't that good. There's more pigs back here you can garrison in. There's also a pond here with oysters and with some fish in it. And they start with Senyogita as the scouting unit. Liry is saying no delay. Oh. Yo forgot the delay. Oh. We might have to go back. I was wondering why I was into these games so quickly. That's a cute little island, isn't it? Little flowery meadow in the center. Yeah, according to the rules, they have to play with a 2-minute delay. It's the Unified Handbook rules. I would have loved to see a Faitoria start from both of these guys, but we can get it again. I think they'll have to go back. Yeah. They have to go back. They have to set a delay. We must be delayed on things. Now it's going to be a wasteland map. Yeah. The delay is anti-spec cheating measure. Yes. Yeah. Just like you have to have a 2-minute stream delay whenever you stream Point of View on World's Edge sponsored tournaments now. That was agreed to by the players on the Players' Council and put into the handbook, and it's required. Harris said the delay is only mandatory for S-tier tournaments only. Might only be mandatory, but most tournaments follow it. Hera is wrong. See? There you go. It's simply safer to have a delay. Yeah, I don't know if it's better, though. Because realistically, I don't know how many I don't know how many people are spec cheating. Obviously, you want to prevent it. But I think like preventing players from streaming their own POV, and trust me, 2-minute delay on POV is just like you just rather not stream. It's really annoying. I think you're killing some of the publicity for the event and some promotion for the event. Some of the content as well. A lot of cheaters, though. We really don't have that many cheaters at the high level. And if they are, they've been extremely sneaky for like 10 plus years. If they are, they can just get away with it at this point because they've been real sneaky about it, dude. But yeah, I understand the point. Like I'm for it. There's some downsides to it for sure. Okay. So we have an infinitely better map here now for Liry as we start with a lot of population. Wow, this is the first time we've kind of had an Empire War style start. 28 eco pop for both of them. Liry is stuck in a tree. Liry is stuck in a tree with his fishing ship, I think. I mean, he's stuck in a tree. Ree is not up to me. Ree is up to our admin. Liry might just decide to play on if he's offered the Ree. I mean, he has the better civilization here, probably Malay, with the water involved. It's also a civ that suits his style. We'll see what Tree says. They start with a blacksmith. They start with a barracks. Line of relics through the center here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 near Liry. 7, 8, 9 over here near Yo. And it's actually 5 mule carts for Yo. Wow, they were really aggressive with spawning mule carts. On this. Very aggressive spawning mule carts on this one. I don't think Liry would want to take this, Ree, but I don't know. It's not up to me. It's up to our admins. Another dock over here for Mr. Yo. Resources looking good for Liry. He can click up to feudal age. They are not in feudal age yet, despite having a blacksmith and all this pop. They play on? Okay. They're playing on, folks. I think they're in a voice channel, so Tree probably came in there and was like, "Yo, Liry, your ship is stuck." And Liry's like, "I know, bro." Do you wanna read? No, bro. He still hasn't chopped it and he hasn't deleted it. It's just stuck. And the scout from Liry's coming in. It takes a little bit of damage. Feudal Age on the way for both. Much faster for Malay. No surprise there. And Liry is really expanding his fishing eco. Like, even after this fish is gone, there's 900 food left on it. Plus the shore fish over here. Even after that's gone, he can add cheap fish traps. And he can trap the scout from Yo if he's paying attention. Not quite paying attention yet. It'll be a fast castle approach from Mr. Yo. He's sending a villager, so he's going to go try and forward dock this area. But Liry's already in feudal age, and Liry has extended sight with his Malay docks. So this is going to be tough for Mr. Yo to do. Yo realizing he could have gotten trapped with the scout. Pulling that dude away. He only has 8 fishing ships. I think there was generally more fish in Liry's pond. But Yo has 1,600 left. Okay, here's where they paused. Tree's telling Liry, you have a fishing ship stuck in a tree? I love how Yo, like, hesitated. Like, is he trying to bait me with that scout? It's Liry after all. And then he went back. He's like, ah, fuck it. And he got him anyway. Nice job there from Mr. Yo. He gets the biggest walls up. Liry, he's trying to stall this out. The scout is coming over from Yo. This stock will go up from Mr. Yo. And that'll be annoying for Liry, but he should be able to deal with it. He's got 2 docks here to make fire galleys. If he really wanted to free this fishing ship, guys, he'd just chop the tree. But he hasn't done that yet. He's had a villager over here, too. Look at the resources from Yo. Oh, my God. Make a second building, please. Holy cow. Finally clicks up to Castle Age. Man had 1,300 food in the bank. These fishing ships sneak up on you, I guess. And Liry is going to open Archer's buddy's house. It's a weird start. It is a very strange start with 29 population in Dark Age. You just kind of feel thrown into the game, right? Dave, do you stream on YouTube? No. I do not. Why not? Well, some good reasons for that, in my opinion. Number one, I've never done it there before, so I'd really have to research into that. I don't have any mods there, so there wouldn't really be any control over the chat. Number one reason, though, my biggest reason is that I wouldn't be able to have, or wouldn't be able to engage with the YouTube chat. It would just be there. They would just be watching. They could be getting so comfortable.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
Dobby.
YouTube copyright things very stingy. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to play the music on YouTube as well. So I'd have to create a different sound channel. That's doable. Will you stream on Facebook? Oh, those 15 viewers, dude. They're really looking for something. Okay, crossbows for Liry soon. 14 fishing ships for Liry, and he's going to have to set up the fish traps at some point. Yo is kind of giving up on this dock. Couldn't get the other one down. Meanwhile, on his side, he's running out of shorefish. Like, he's running out of food on this area. But he does have the siege workshop going up, and I don't think Liry has spotted that yet. No information on that. Monk is already coming out from Liry. There's a lot of relics nearby, but he's keeping them in the monastery. He should be grabbing those relics while he can, you know? They're all forward. They're, like, all on his side. Yo can't see this one over here. He can't see this one back here. The relics he sees thus far, all close to Liry's base, and there's the first one right there. Let's see what Liry can spot. He doesn't see this relic, but he does see one here. And that's it? I guess so. Do you stream on Mixer? Yes. I went into the past on a regular basis. I hop in the DeLorean, and I go to Mixer, and then I stream. That's right. I hang out with Viper on Mixer in the past. What's the eco diff? Villagers? Fishing ships? It's 61 eco to 44. Like, right now, Liry's got a big advantage. I think in the late game, Georgians will probably be better, especially if there's a lot of stone on this map. There's 19.5k stone, so that's quite a bit. Nice snipe on the monk there from Yo. Don't think he can get a big shot against the crossbows, though. It is Liry after all. Ooh, he does! Shout out Mr. Yo. Shout out Mr. Yo. My homie. He does actually get a big shot against that. I'd love to see him start collecting relics, though. There are some that he can see. There's one over here. I take that back. There is one that he can see. There's like 8 or 9 relics on this map, too. Typical Mr. Yo approach. He gets that +2 armor for the knights. Plays 1 TC for a little bit with a Siege Workshop. And then he's going to roam around. He's going to look for some serious damage with the Knights. Liry did extricate the fishing ship from the tree without chopping it. So I wonder what happened there. I really do. What on earth? And now Liry is going for elephants to try and help push back the siege. Cheap Malay elephants with that fish boom. Could be pretty good. Mr. Yo losing a little bit of HP. He's falling back towards the fortified church. Good attack rounds there, but Liry pulls back in time. And Yo has killed 1 villager over on this side. He can come in and kill some more maybe, but it's pretty secure in this area. Liry going to discover some more relics too. He knows about this one. He's probably going to find this one when he goes searching for these knights too. So that'll be 4 for Liry. There's another one over here he can grab potentially. Did Liry get gill nets? Liry did get gill nets, yeah. Devotion on the way for Mr. Yo. Monks are not heading back for this army, though. It's elephants. And Liry's just now finding this army as it comes in under the TC. There's not enough room under there. And Yo will just, with the +2 armor, I mean, he's just going to take advantage of that. He's going to kill a lot of vills here. The TC will eventually clear up the knights. But that's some really good damage from Yo. That is some really solid damage with just 4 knights. That is absolutely worth it to lose those knights there. Meanwhile, though, on the front side, big problems. Huge hill at the front of Mr. Yo's base. He has gold back here, but he's going to lose this one. I don't think he sees this one back here. He does, actually. And more importantly, I mean, Liry's just going to have this position with elephants streaming forward. Yo does get a conversion on the elephant. He's going to kill it with the knights. And he's going to have to find a way to defend against these elephants and the crossbows. Siege Workshop here from Liry could be pretty devastating. This is usually the part of the game where Liry considers maybe going up to him. Especially with Malay, right? Getting those timings. Yo's raids have done quite a bit. They've killed a couple fishing traps. And they've also killed all the villagers back here. So it's 12-2 Eco KD in favor of Yo at the moment. But the army, man. 9 military only. And the Eco is still ahead for Liry. Those elephants are so thick. Yeah, but they don't have any armor. They're all fat. No muscle. They're skinny fat, you know? Fluffy. Exactly. Devotion is in. He should be able to kill these monks without getting converted. Unfortunately, Yo does get converted. Knights took a little bit too long, and now the knights are running in. Might try and get another raid in like he got before. It's 73 vills for Liry, 64 for Mr. Yo. More knights are coming out from him. Tries to get the conversion on the elephant. He should get it in time. He does. And he gets the monk inside of the fortified church. Really nice stuff there from Yo. But the crossbow micro is there from Liry. Crossbow micro looking good. Yo taking out a few more elephants plus a monk here. He could dive into Liry's base, but Liry's resources looking phenomenal. 1,200 food, almost 800 gold. He's going to click up to Imp here, and once he gets up to Imp with this sort of army comp on the hill in front of Yo's base, Yo is going to struggle to do anything. Does Yo see... As he gets a couple nice conversions, does he see the stone? He does. That could be really useful, but he hasn't gone out for it yet. 3 relics from Liry. 20 fishing ships from Liry. Faster Imperial Age from Liry. 5k extra res collected from Liry. I don't think the stuck fishing ship ended up mattering at the end of the day. Yo will be arguing that it was not fair that Liry started with a stuck fishing ship. He will be wanting the re. Yo will be essaying. He'll be writing in. Do you think Liry always going archers makes the game boring? He's going freaking elephants, brother. What do you do? He has no crossbows on the field. He has 13 elephants. Those are elephant archers. You just never know it. Bracer on the way for Liry. Going into light cav as well. Yo has temporarily pushed back this army. But he's not really close to clicking up to imp yet. It's going into more monks now. So he wants to counter the elephants with monks. And then keep the knights coming out and hopefully raid Liry's base. There is a chance here for Mr. Yo. It's just going to be very, very difficult. He needs to get some big raids in on Liry's eco. And there's a hole right there. Liry's going to try and wall this off. He can't. That hole is very punishing to Liry. He will be very distracted by this. He will lose villagers to this raid. And this is exactly the type of push that Mr. Yo was looking for. He wants to pull the army back and kill some vills on the way. And he can clear the elephants too. And then just idle that TC. But still, on the front side, things not looking great for him. Liry's coming forward with these crossbows, trying to snipe the monks. Yo trying to get conversions. He's going to get 3 elephants converted. He does. The light cav are here now. But the elephants will help Mr. Yo push this back. And the knights are still killing vills over here. 18-3 eco KD for Yo. Sanctity on the way, but Imperial Age, critically, is not. He needs to keep investing in Castle Age if he wants to keep himself safe. He killed the first army. He's done some eco damage, but it's still an 11 villager lead. 20 fishing ships for Liry. With the Malay fish traps. I mean, the eco is still good for him. the fortified church can't even hold the relic, dude. The monk is like, blah. The next guy can grab it. Whatever. Liry can't raid. Liry just needs to mass up a big army of Arbalists, and he realizes that. He needs some patience now, and then he needs a castle on this hill, which he's working his way towards. Patience and a castle. Yo also working his way towards the castle, but Yo is not getting any conversions anymore because Liry's there with the Arbalist. Now he might get some because Liry is surrounding the Arbalist with his knights, and the Arbalist mass is falling, but the knights are attacking elephants too. The knights are attacking elephants. Very distracted. Liry should come forward with the castle. It's right there. GG called for Mr. Yo. He knows what's coming. Good play there from Liry, despite having a stuck fishing ship in a tree. Of all the places to be stuck. Really good play there from Liry. Yo, I mean, he just couldn't match up with Malay. It's very, very difficult. Very difficult. What happened to the fishing ship? When did it get unstuck? Or did it just die? Did he just delete it? He might have just deleted it. No, it just... he just moved it! Okay. He just moved it. It wasn't stuck at all. It might have been stuck. It might have been one of those instances where you could only move it if you like select it with other units. Or select it by itself. I don't know. Or task it to something. I don't know. Clearing the fish pool freed it? Oh, maybe. Was there a fish right in front of it? Maybe. that could have been it. Regardless, Mr. Yo needs to win 2 in a row to continue on in the tournament. Liry has never played in a Masters of HyperRandom. And he's doing pretty well so far. He's adapting fairly well. It's going to be Slavs against Franks. So Liry gets Franks, Yo gets Slavs. Bum 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 bum. Fenton, thank you for the 17. This is the only series today? No. Viper's set is after this. It's been a pretty quick set so far. I mean, that game 2 resign from Liry was pretty quick. Is Doubt still in this? Yes. Yes, he is. Doubt is in a top 8, boys and girls. He's so back. He's so back. Doubt versus MBL for a final? I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Okay. 2 seconds, 1 second, and we're in. Nomad start again, and remember, Liry does not have his re this time, so Liry is going to have to find himself a woodline, and this is looking unfortunate, guys. He doesn't have his re. He's going to have to find himself a woodline with some flat ground near it. He's looking. He's going up to the top of the hill. He's not going to find it, dude. I think Liry might just call the GG real quick. He might just call the GG real quick here. Don't be surprised by it. This is why we have a re. He used it before. Oh, he's going for the super TC. The Omega TC. 9 wood on this oak. 9 wood on this. Usually you want a TCO wood line like Mr. Yo has done. Liry is going for the Giga TC in all of the resources. Unfortunately for him, the wood lines are so freaking far away, right? He still hasn't even found one. So Yo's TC will be up faster. This is definitely the type of map that could benefit like Slavs, or Franks for that matter, farming civs, right? And berry civilizations. I mean, there's a lot of food here on these berries. There's 14k food on these berries. Mr. Yo wasn't building with all his villas because he wanted to explore with one and he wanted to get some food under his TC. Yeah, we already saw a tree. There's 9 on there. 9 wood. It's all a debate. And now Liry will be leaving with a villager to find some herdables. Maybe some boars or something. He's going to be scouting around. If Yo had scouted this... Oh, man. If Yo had scouted this, he could have found the herdables and then got himself some better scouting in general. He's so close. He's so close. He's so close. He's so close. He sees the horses, sees the sheep, and that's a huge deal. Massive deal. He can push these in with the villagers, and then he can explore with these sheep. So one more villager for Yo because of the late TC time there from Liry. He does have all the resources available that he would want, though. He's got gold. How much gold? 8,600 gold, 940 stone, and then like 3,000 food within range of his TC. And then obviously over here, pretty close. Okay, so the deer have 131. These horses have 114. The berries have 294. This is a good mill spot here for Yo. I'm not really seeing any boars or anything in this map. Yeah, I'm not seeing boars anywhere. Oh, right there. 415. If Yo were to find that, which he did not. That might be the only boar on this map. There's 2 of them. Oh, the other one's right by Lyrey's base. Holy cow. And Liry can see that. Holy cow. I didn't even... That guy was hiding behind the bushes. So it actually turns out to be somewhat okay for Liry. His woodline is fairly far away. It's a little bit behind in villager production. But this is fine. This is perfectly acceptable for him. Yo had to get loom. Liry did not. So Yo is actually further ahead in Vil production than it looks like. Because Yo had to get loom. I like the fact that Yo is sending both of his sheep out to scout. Like, you can make do with milling this. You can make do with milling this. Got to get your food eco sorted. But having both of these scouting instead of taking one under the TC or taking both of them under the TC, really, really nice for him. And Liry's using both of his to scout. So they actually have a pretty good idea of what this map is looking like. And Liry will be thrilled to see so many berries with Franks. He always had to work for his food. He's had to push in. He's had to build mills and whatnot. Liry got the boar right nearby. He's got the berries right near the TC. He should be laughing here. He's also trying to push the deer in. Nice. I wonder what the opening approach is here. If you don't know where your opponent is, but you've eliminated everywhere super close by, feudal pressure doesn't feel like the best option, right? It feels better to just kind of build up towards Castle Age. Liry definitely hasn't found Yo, unless he lost a sheep here. I think that's where one of his vills started. Yo is probably going to find Liry, though, with this sheep. Yeah, he's going to lose that there. So he'll know. He'll know Liry is in this general area. And it's pretty obvious, too. It's not one that you can, like... Did I lose the sheep there? Like, you can see the path. You can definitely see the path all the way from the corner into the middle area. And that's where Liry's going to be. Feudal Age on the way for Liry. Mr. Yo, knowing where he is, still think he's probably going to attempt to play like a fast castle. Maybe you can't get away with that, though, against Liry. Maybe you gotta go Feudal Age. He queues up another Vil. Feudal Age before Lumber Camp? No, he's got a Lumber Camp here. Oh, you mean Mill? Or you mean Yo? Yeah. He still needs a second building. Is Mill for 2 horses? There was 4 horses over there. So it's like 450 food. Yo's coming over with this. He's trying to get this, and he sees the boar. So the boar wandered into view. He's going to pull this guy in. Big walls coming up over here for Yo to try and secure his gold. He's got a fairly safe wood line. Liry still hasn't seen Mr. Yo, unless this was a herdable that he lost. I'm beginning to think it was. Because Liry is kind of angling all of his buildings in this direction. I'm beginning to think that that was a sheep. And he makes a spearman. He's going to get some scouting. Mr. Yo definitely needs to bring these vills back before they're at risk. He's bringing back the boar from this area. Still no loom for Liry, by the way. So really solid effort from him, despite the late TC. How much gold is here? 808. Majestic. Absolutely majestic. The fast castle should work out from Yo. Liry will know that Yo is going fast castle. He's going to make a few units. I don't know if he'll add an archer range behind. He might try and go up to Castle Age fairly quickly himself. He's getting really good exploration, though, with the scouts. So he'll see the mill here. And he's got to be like, okay, where did those villagers come from? Because there's absolutely nothing around this. This will answer his question. Yo has walled himself onto the edge of the map. Going for a stable as well. And Liry explores everything else. Because he can't really do damage with just scouts at the moment. He'll send villagers, though, to follow up. Maybe a tower. There's not a lot of room here for Mr. Yo. Liry can see a big wall, a hill, a gold, and a stone. So potentially worth it to go for a tower. And Yo will go for a preemptive tower early. That just means that Liry's tower should probably go over here. Near the wood line. And that's exactly what's happening. Castle Age on the way. There goes Liry going archers. I know, it's disgusting, isn't it? No variety, dude. All you ever see from Liry are archers. It sucks. And archers, man. Look, more archers, bro. That's disgusting. Disgusting. Oh, now that's stuck in my head. It's disgusting. Weak tower position? Yeah, maybe. Maybe he wanted one right here. He's afraid of being within range of the TC, though. Okay, Castle Age on the way for Liry. Really solid time, considering he went for a tower push with scouts. And he's on stone again, so he's looking for another one. He could get another one over here to cut off the gold. The risk here is that Yo sends his whole fucking eco to try and batter this down. And I think Yo will re-wall this, batter this down, and Liry is going to lose the barn here. Because Yo can send villagers from both directions. And Yo deletes the walls. He's going right after this tower. Yeah. This was... Liry got a little too lost in the sauce here. But at least he's distracting Yo at this point. Okay, now Liry needs to retreat with these villas. Yo has walled them in. That tower is going to die. The knight is coming out, which should kill the villagers. And Yo has walled this up behind. Also, Liry loses his scouts. The villagers are hunting these down. Liry went too deep, dude. He absolutely went too deep. Just wait for the knight to come out, yo. Just wait for the knight to come out. There's no need to lose villagers or anything like this. Knight is on the way. Despite this, it's still quite a good result for Liry, right? More res collected for him. More villagers in general for him. He's going to get to Castle Age. He doesn't take any damage. He's got the full wall up to the corner of the map. And he's still got 2 villagers in the back of Yo's base. Which will continue to be annoying. And this tower is still alive. Still annoying. Monastery now going up from Yo. Yo's scouting, not as good as Liry's. Alright, so the monk should come over here, convert a vill, and then watch the battle happen. And then you can start going out for relics or whatnot. Monastery is already up from Liry. Disgusting. More archers, bro. It sucks. Look, another archer. And knights are out from him, too. There's a tower. Oh, God. Where is the monk? Where is the monk when you need him? The tower's going to go up. Oh, my goodness. So now the monk can't clear that up. Has to come back this way. Try and get the conversion. Lyrey's always going to pull away from that, I think. And it's a stable. It's a stable in the middle of Yo's base from Liry. Sick play from Liry to stonewall up his villagers. Go for the tower. That was an instant conversion. Yeah, that was very, very quick. I'm sorry. I'm very distracted with the stable in the middle of Yo's eco. There's a villager that went down here. Knights are coming out. This is a problem. This is a big problem for Yo. You can't just let that stable exist with the tower. He needs to do something about it. He's looping out over this way towards some gold. Another freaking building to produce archers, dude. It's crazy. Second town center for Liry up on the hill. And the middle TC has actually worked out for him. It's worked out for him quite nicely. Not as devastating to town center away from a wood line on land Nomad as it is on regular Nomad because you don't need as much wood for the ships. Man, Yo's got to be careful. Like, this is just... This is just very threatening. There are 3 knights inside of that stable. And the knights are here. And they're going to kill Vils. Yo does not have enough space to hide. Oh my goodness. He's pushing forward here. Yo trying to get some conversions. Can he get it in time? Maybe not. Liry comes in with the knights, snipes the monk, and then he dips, and he's got his monks behind. It's a trail of death from this tower with those villagers. 6 eco kills here for Liry. The tower still kind of ranges the monk here, too. And Yo will leave from this area. Liry doesn't want to challenge that. Not against Yo. But Yo being distracted. Look, he's pulling away on this side. He loses the monk. He's probably going to lose the Vils as well. Man. Liry is playing this so well. As soon as he found Yo up against the edge of the map, he's like, yeah, I'm going to punish him. He has no room to go. This stable was just... unforgivable. Yo's going to be really kicking himself for that one. Really kicking himself. Like, he should have just hard committed against this area with his Vils earlier, probably. And now that his army isn't in the middle, Liry is free to do whatever he wants over here. Mark it for Yo. He's got so much wood, he needs to spend it. Needs to spend it somehow. He's got his tower, finally working away on this one. It'll take a while for that thing to go down, though. He sends 1 knight to help the process. Devotion on the way for Liry. Monks are stretching forward. It's another monastery from Mr. Yo. And Liry just casually repairing the tower. Why not? Liry almost has enough stone for a castle, too, with Franks. If he wins a big fight here, there could be a forward castle coming up right on Yo's face. I think Liry will wait for a big fight and then place the castle. I think this is it. I think this is GG. Yo's going to get his knights converted. He will clear some of the monks. There's some more monks behind here from Mr. Yo, and he gets 1 conversion. Okay. Does he get another one? I think he does. Liry does have devotion. He kills the monk and then deletes the knight. Another conversion there for Mr. Yo, despite devotion. But But Liry kills some more villagers, kills some more monks. 53 to 41, and he's almost got enough stone for a castle. He's still repairing this. Still repairing this tower. Now more farms being added from Liry. Slab farms are great. It'd be amazing if he ever get his eco set up. It would be really, really strong for Yo. But he's still trying to deal with this garbage back here. Neither player has any blacksmith upgrades on their knights at all. Maybe because there's so many monks involved, they don't want to try that. Liry actually didn't notice these knights coming in, and now monk goes down. So the knights from the Franks are just simply better than the Slav knights. Like, no bloodlines, no armor, nothing. These Frank knights have an extra 20 HP. Finally. Finally, the villagers die. The tower dies. Freedom for Mr. Yo. He still has to deal with that stable, though. He's back on stone. 50 villagers for him, 61 for Liry. 7 knights for him, 4 monks with 4 monks in the queue. And now Liry is going into light cav. And remember that Liry got devotion earlier. So these light cav are going to be incredibly difficult to kill. And they will kill quite a few monks here. But the monks will switch conversion targets onto the knights. And I think Yo might get 2 of these. He gets 1, he gets 2. Still losing more monks, though. And he gets another knight. Nine knights for him. 6 knights for Liry. Double stable production now. Light cav dying over here, but killing a villager. Nothing coming out of this stable. And a second barracks being added from Yo. So he wants to go into pikemen. Can be good to fight this back until Liry makes that castle and starts making axemen, and then you're in trouble. Boring ass game full of archers, yes. Everywhere you look, there's another archer. It's crazy, dude. Pikemen coming out from Yo. More stables from Liry. That's 4 stables at home. 5 stables at home with a 6th one forward. And now Yo will go for a TC here. Tomek coming in for Yo. Squire's coming in for Yo. Like I said, if he does get the Slav farm set up, he could start cooking, but you can see the res collect is already so far ahead for Liry. The eco is looking so good for Liry. And Yo didn't notice this fight until too late. So he targets some of the knights for conversions. He's not going to get many of them. He gets 2, I think. All the monks go down. The pikemen are coming in now. Yo's army's at 13. Liry's at 24. And Liry is still producing more knights behind this. And he's finally getting some blacksmith upgrades too. Armor coming in for his knights. Looks like we have infantry armor and forging for Mr. Yo. You'd need a lot of pikemen to deal with this army. You'd need a lot of pikemen. Also from Liry, I'd love to see a castle. Yep, here it comes. This is it, guys. I think Liry is going to kick Mr. Yo out of Masters of HyperRandom 3 unexpectedly. He knows about this TC. He knows about the gold over here. He's keeping the army busy over on this side. And he's going to send the villagers over here to drop a castle in Mr. Yo's face. Freaking more archers, dude. It's disgusting. Castle going up. What can Yo do against this? What can he possibly do against this? He has no military left. GG called. Liry winning 3-1. Unexpectedly. I messaged Liry on the final day before signups, and I said, hey, man, this tournament's going on. He's like, oh, thanks. Can you sign me up? And he did. And Liry looks very comfortable on these maps. Not a great start for him, but it actually turned out okay because the boar was right nearby. He had the berries to take with his TC. He could just go further away for the wood line. And he really, really punished Yo for setting up against the edge of the map. It's your fault. Yo got eliminated. I mean, Yo also lost in the winner's side too, right? It was double elimination. Yo had 2 chances. Eco much better for Liry. That's 3-1. Let's go.